Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the 10 best characters from Naruto. I plan to make more videos like this in the future, so before we get into the video, make sure you subscribe. Number 10, Kaguya. The reason Kaguya is number 10 on this list is because it is very refreshing to see that the main villain in the show is a female. She is a very strong female character, and I loved her story arc and learning about her past. I loved her reveal, and I enjoyed watching her battle with Naruto and Sasuke. As I mentioned in my last video, which will be linked down below, her giving birth to Zetsu as she was dying so that he could revive her is just the ultimate badass move. The reason Kaguya is not higher on my list is simply because she doesn't get enough screen time.
Kaguya, Otsutsuki, all chakra belongs to me and me alone.
Number 9, Madara Uchiha. Madara is number 9 on my list for multiple reasons. The first being that he was a great villain. My favorite types of villains are the ones where you can see the justification for what they want to achieve. The Infinite Tsukuyomi was definitely not the right move, but I do believe Madara thought it would help people.
The Infinite Tsukuyomi is a jutsu belonging to the Uchiha clan. It's one that brings eternal peace to the shinobi world.
When he realizes he had been manipulated the entire time, he realizes his actions were wrong.
Why did this happen? Hashirama, where did I go wrong?
This makes a great villain. The second reason is that I loved his story arc with Hashirama. This might have been my favorite story arc from the entire show. I just love that they formed a friendship when they should have been enemies, and that they became friends again even after Madara had turned on him. The third reason is that Madara is very powerful, and I really enjoy watching him battle, and the reveal of him being revived and Obito not really being Madara was amazing. I really don't have a reason for Madara not being higher on the list other than just happening to like other characters more.
Madara Uchiha.
Number 8, Hashirama Senju. As I mentioned, I loved the story arc with Hashirama and Madara, and I liked Hashirama's side even more. Hashirama should have hated Madara when he found out he was an Uchiha, but he didn't. He wanted the fighting to stop and was willing to die to get Madara and the Uchihas to join his village.
That is enough. You've shown me what is inside you.
He united the shinobi world and still wanted Madara to be named Hokage.
The leader who from the shadows protects the land of fire is the Hokage. Well?
What do you mean?
The land of fire asks that we pick someone to represent the village. I'm considering naming you to be our leader, the Hokage.
Hashirama is also very powerful, and he isn't even just powerful when it comes to battle. He is a very powerful speaker. Hashirama was able to change Sasuke's mind, something no one else had been able to do by just telling his story. All powerful leaders throughout history have had the skill of persuasive speaking. Hashirama is an amazing leader, and his love for the village is very clear, even in death.
Hashirama! Madara!
Number 7, Minato Namikaze. Minato would have been an amazing father to Naruto and would have grown into the best Hokage.
It's fine. After all, I'm the son of the 4th Hokage.
Minato sacrificed so much for his village. He gave his life and gave his son as the Jinchuriki so that the village could be saved. He makes it possible for he and his wife to be able to speak to Naruto again and makes sure that she gets more time than he does. Even when they are saying goodbye to Naruto, he lets her do all of the speaking.
Minato, I'm sorry. I used up your time.
No, it's all right. Naruto, my words to you. I guess your talkative mom said it all. 8 sign seal.
Even when he comes back, he is consistently making sacrifices for Naruto. Minato is also very easygoing and has a great personality. I loved the alternate episodes where Minato was alive and we got to see what a father and son relationship between the two of them would have been.
Lord 4th Hokage.
Number 6, Kakashi Hatake. Kakashi's character is very badass and very cool, but there is so much more to his character. Kakashi has been through some shit. His dad's death was very hard on him, and it hardened him as a person. We get to see through flashbacks Kakashi turn into a person I don't think he himself was fond of. Then we get to see how Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura changed him.
The three of you are one? That's your excuse?
You pass.
He is an amazing leader to them, and I always considered him their mentor or father figure over Iruka. To watch a character grow so much over the course of a show makes you really invested in that character. And of course, some of my favorite episodes are when all of the village comes together to try to see Kakashi without his mask.
Kakashi.
Changing your voice like that really strains the throat.
Number 5. Itachi Uchiha. I don't even know where to begin with Itachi. The reveal that Itachi was not pure evil and the unravel of figuring out who he really is one of the greatest successes of the show. Itachi is so insanely powerful, and you can't help but enjoy watching him every single time he is on the screen. So many of the iconic moments from this show are from Itachi. He is a very memorable character that you very slowly fall in love with. When several of the dead characters are revived and Itachi is able to get his own free will back and is able to defeat Kabuto, I was in awe of him. His relationship with Sasuke in his final scene before he is gone for good is very moving. I was genuinely hoping when Itachi came back there would be a way for him to stay. A good character leaves you wanting more, and you want more from him for the simple fact that you don't start to love his character until after he is dead.
Itachi Uchiha.
Number 4. Kurama. Kurama is similar to Itachi in that you don't love his character immediately. At first you blame Kurama for all the damage that has been done to Naruto, but slowly Kurama and Naruto develop a bond, and by the end of the show I didn't want anything to happen to Kurama. I love that Naruto was able to gain the trust of all of the tailed beasts, but especially Kurama. Kurama and Naruto became very good friends, and even when all of the tailed beasts were freed, Kurama was going to stay with Naruto and lead them. I love Kurama, and baby Kurama is the cutest thing.
マタタリ、磯、孫悟空、国王、再建、長明、牛鬼、鞍馬.
Number 3. Might Guy. It was very hard for me to choose between number 2 and number 3, but Guy takes the spot for many reasons. The first is his relationships. His rivalry with Kakashi is genuinely one of my favorite parts of the entire show. Anytime there was an episode that included Kakashi and Guy interacting, I was hooked on the episode. Similarly, anytime Guy and Rock Lee were in an episode, I was hooked. Guy is amazing because he has no jutsu other than taijutsu. When he opened all of the gates to beat Madara, I literally cried. His arc with his father was also touching, although maybe a little silly, because he never gives up and neither did his father.
The fact that you aren't able to use either ninjutsu or genjutsu actually pleases me as your papa.
Huh?
Knowing your shortcomings will highlight your strengths. Your taijutsu's already shining brilliantly in my eyes. I'm really very happy now. I've discovered my son's strengths when he's still at such a tender age.
He is easily one of the strongest characters in the show and achieves this with, again, nothing but taijutsu. Guy's character is also really funny and just entertaining to watch.
What is it, Guy-sensei?
Number 2. Rock Lee. It is very hard to rank either Rock Lee or Might Guy over one another because you can't have one without the other. What pushes me to put Rock Lee higher is a few things. The arc where he doesn't think he will be able to be a ninja anymore and he is willing to die to have the surgery to give him a chance was very touching.
There's no doubt in my mind the surgery will be a success. You have the power to shape your own destiny. And on the 1 in 1,000, no, 1 in a million chance something should happen to go wrong, I will die right along with you.
Rock Lee never gave up no matter what.
How about me, Sensei? I want to show I can be a splendid ninja as well, even if I do not have ninjutsu or genjutsu. I want to prove it to the whole world!
He was an amazing friend to everyone in the village. The drunken fist that he does is very funny to watch and just really shows how amazing Rock Lee truly is. I believe Rock Lee could defeat most of the people from the village because of his resilience. No one had faith in him at first, but he pushed himself and was able to succeed. Rock Lee is so motivating to watch, and his relationship with Might Guy is easily my favorite in the entire show.
My name is Rock Lee. You are Sakura, right?
Huh?
Please be my girlfriend. I vow to protect you with my life.
Number 1. Naruto Uzumaki. The entire show is about Naruto, so for me it would be impossible to not put Naruto at number 1. Naruto is easily the strongest character in the entire show. Naruto cares so much about each one of his friends. He would stop at nothing to keep his friends safe and happy and keep his promises.
Saying she's given up on Sasuke and declaring that she loves you now frees you from the burden of your promise.
Naruto. One lifetime request. Just bring him home. Please bring Sasuke back to me.
He forms truly meaningful relationships with so many of the characters, and so many of them hated him at first. He is such a lovable person that he is able to change their mind. He is also a very persuasive person and is able to talk many villains into joining his side and helping his cause.
I think I shall believe in you after all. Naruto Uzumaki. I'll use Gedo art of rebirth.
Naruto truly saved the village so many times, and the village would be lost without him. The growth that we get to see Naruto go through is huge. The character we see in episode 1 to the character we see at the end of Shippuden are night and day. He grows into an amazing young man and is really what makes the show so entertaining to watch.
Naruto!
Naruto Uzumaki.